Hey, what's up everyone? Today was day 2 of Funko Fair 2023, where Funko reveals some of their upcoming releases. And I gotta say that I think it was way better than day 1. But there is some stuff that I do consider a little bit weak. And I'll talk about that in a second, but first, I think the One Piece reveals were pretty fantastic, just from a design standpoint. Because I don't watch One Piece, so I'm not really gonna comment too much on the individual characters. Honestly, when it came to anime, what I was hoping for was some Chainsaw Man, but unfortunately didn't get that. But One Piece fans should be very happy, or I don't know, maybe a little bit sad too, because I think this is the most chases I've ever seen in a reveal for one property. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chases. And some of these are from smaller shops, so you're pretty much going to have to buy bundles to get them, because you're not going to get lucky. And that can get very expensive. But I really do like the design of these, especially the guys with the pirate hats there on the bottom center and that Samurai Luffy. The top left I think is going to be a 4-pack. Not a big fan of the random multi-packs myself. I more like the multi-packs where it has characters that make sense together and are unavailable otherwise. Another one I really like is the guy on the top right. I forget what his name is, but that clown pirate design is really cool to me. But yeah, I think overall, these One Piece reveals were very solid, which made the My Hero Academia reveal pretty underwhelming. No actual pop-pops, but another one of these build-a-scenes, and this one looks huge, and a couple of pocket pop keychains. If you're a My Hero Academia fan, let me know what you think of this. If I were a collector of this property, I would feel pretty disappointed with these. And they're also putting out another Fluffy Pop. There's been a lot of them, but they're all somewhat hard to get. It's not like Fluffies are sitting on the shelves everywhere. So even though there's been a lot, they are still limited. They're worth collecting, right? And this one, with the Jack in the Box collaboration, might be one of the cooler ones. So even though I don't collect these, I do like this one. And maybe the worst reveal for me personally are these puzzles. And you can say, yeah, maybe these puzzles are for kids, but I don't know if these properties are that popular with kids. I don't know how many kids nowadays watch SpongeBob or Ted Lasso. These all seem kind of geared more towards adults. And I feel adults that make puzzles would want something a little bit more difficult than 500 pieces. I don't think Funko Puzzles is a bad idea, and maybe this artwork could be a little better, but I do feel for true puzzle fans, it would be more appealing if these were like 1,000 or 1,500 pieces, because I think they like them to be actually difficult. This Vic Rattlehead, which is Dave Mustaine's alter ego, I believe, from Megadeth, is awesome. Not a big fan of Megadeth, I know of them, they're alright, but I love that they're doing pops like this. They're some of my favorite ones. I love the music mascots. And also some more sodas. Most of these already have pops. Well, they all do, but I don't think the Batman has a chase like that as the pop. I want to say that was a Pez dispenser, but I do find the Batman sculpt a little awkward. To me, it looks like he just walked out of the Golden Corral buffet after a 7-plate session and he's holding his belly, right? Because he looks really full. And in his food stupor, he missed his mouth with the Pepto-Bismol and poured it all over his head. Just weird placement with the hands, to me. All the other ones are okay. They're kind of what you expect from sodas. You either like them or you don't. I'm in the don't camp. But of course, Batman, Malcolm, Steve Amidala, all popular characters. I also found the Marvel reveals a little lacking. No real straight up pops here, except for maybe Thor, I guess, isn't a regular size pop box, but it has a special little stand and it comes with a pin, so he's $20. I would prefer no stand, no pin, and have it be $15, but besides that, he's alright. The Black Widow is another one of these build-a-scene ones from Civil War, which is cool, I guess, if you don't have the original line, but I do find the stands a little boring. And these covers are alright. Wolverine maybe could have had a better paint job on the hair, incorporate some of that blue so it looks more like the cover. I like the idea with Hawkeye, because him shooting Ant-Man, right, is cool. So I hope that that sticker placement is a little different on the actual piece because it kind of covers up the coolest part of it. And the Thor moment is okay, but honestly, I do like the older style of moments instead of these kind of flat ones that look a little bit of a mix of the moments and the covers. Because Thor, Korg, and Meek are sculpted, and I believe the couches as well. But some of the background looks to be just flat pieces with printing on them. I guess I just have to see one of these in person to really decide whether I like them or not. But so far from these glams, I'm kind of leaning towards the old style moments with more movement. Also some what if Marvel sodas. If you're a soda collector, are these the Marvel sodas you wanted? Or would you have preferred something else? The show was alright, but I don't know if I'd personally drop a bunch of money to try to get these chases if I was a soda collector. And honestly, I think the best Marvel reveal were these I Am Groot figures. Groot really lends itself into pop form. He's very cute. And those are the pops in the top left. Nice variety there. I think my favorite one is the one with him holding the cheese puffs, which does have a Hot Topic exclusive where it's flocked. And I don't know if it's going to be the cheese puffs that are flocked or the moss on his hair. Hopefully it's both. The giant 3-liter design looks a little boring to me. And since this seems more geared to kids, I kind of like the mystery minis. I think the eyes look really good because it just makes Groot look cuter. And there is a lot of variety there. I think for kid fans, they might have more fun with the minis than some of these other pieces. They're also making a TLC record and album cover. I'm not a big fan of these just because they're so gigantic and so expensive for what they really are. It's really just 3 pops in a very big package. But, you know, if this is your favorite album of all time, maybe you'll be very happy. But I don't know how sustainable these big, gigantic albums are. Very hard to display effectively. But I do like that T-Boss, Chili, and Left Eye are different molds than what we've already seen. I'm just not sure how successful this is going to be. Might be a bit of a shelf warmer. And lastly, Disney. And I think there are some very solid pieces in the Disney reveals. I do like the Waltz. And even though Walt with Dumbo and Timothy say Target, I believe Funko corrected that and that is just a common release. But I do think that all of these pops are pretty nice. I like the Aristocats 3-pack. These are the type of multi-packs I like. Stuff like this. And I also think the princesses look good. And I do like that they're all available as commons and also diamond. I hate when they have like 2 of them be common and then just 1 of them be diamond. So your set doesn't even match. I like that they're giving you the option this time. The Lilo and Stitch one is cool too. It's a new character. But I'm not a fan of the Mickey. The die-cast Mickey. Because to me, these die-casts just look like regular pops on a pretty cheap base. Honestly, for the price that they're charging, I think the bases should be made out of wood and maybe just a little fancier looking. And maybe I'd like these a little better. But to me, it's just a heavy, normal looking pop. Now, some of these more deluxe Disney pieces, the Snow White poster is alright. I like the artwork, but I think I would have liked it better if they would have made Snow White sepia toned like she is in the poster. The Carl and Ellie moment is nice. Same with the Rapunzel moment. Like both of those. The Princess and the Frog one is alright, but since I haven't seen Princess and the Frog, I don't know if this could have been done a lot better. But I did notice somebody point this out in the comments. And I think most of the time people are overreacting, but this time they really did whitewash my man here. And maybe that's just in the glam. I know Funko has corrected this stuff before. Like the last one I can remember is America from Doctor Strange. Even though I think that one really didn't need her skin to be darkened. They ended up making her too dark because she's not even like that dark skinned. But this right here, they really should correct this because that is way off. I also actually really like the Walt in the locomotive and this Steamboat Willie Mickey. I like the creativity with the trains and the train cars. And they've done a few of these now, and it looks like you can just mix and match them all and have one big long train. I like this idea, and it's actually worth paying a little bit more because this isn't just a simple dumb little base. It's like a whole car it's on. And the Moana ride is maybe one of the better rides. That came out really good. I really like that one. And lastly, Mary Poppins and Bert, I think is his name, on Carousel horses. I like them. I actually really like the mini on Carousel. One of my favorite pops of last year. But what I don't like is that this mini and these other two are the same size. And mini came in a regular pop box. It's a fantastic pop. But they're going to put these other ones in a big giant ride box. They couldn't even make it look good in the glam. Maybe this glam isn't accurate. Hopefully it is because that is way too big of a box for these pops. These are regular size pops, just like this Minnie Mouse is. And they should be in a regular size box and maybe cost $15 like Minnie does. Or actually, I think Minnie's a common. I think she was $12.50. I don't like when Funko does this kind of greedy stuff like this. Alright guys, a lot of really cool reveals, especially for One Piece fans. And some good stuff in there for Disney. Let me know what your favorite reveals are, or what you think about the carousel horses being in pop ride boxes, or the whitewashing of I believe his name is Naveen from Princess and the Frog, or anything else you'd like to say. Thanks for watching and take it easy.